Rex, you know it's actually really embarrassing being related to someone like you? There's absolutely no point in letting you hang around me when you're the scum of society. Would you be so kind as to not consider me as family anymore? It really would be just better off this way. It would save me from making excuses for you.
Sonia? You're messing with me right now, aren't you? Why would you suddenly say something like this? What did I do?
Come on, think about it, Rex. All you're doing is directing traffic. It's such a lame job and won't get you anywhere in life. I don't want my partner's family knowing anything about you since you're such a disappointment. So I'll just make you disappear. I'm just going to pretend that I don't have any family anymore. From now on, I'm an only child.
Wait, what? Your partner's family? Who are you talking about? I've not heard anything about this from you.
Ugh, okay, I guess I better explain a bit more to you since you're too dumb to read between the lines. If you must know, I'm getting married.
Oh, you are? That's news to me. I had no idea that you were dating someone. I guess I better say congratulations to you then.
And I better tell you that my partner and his family are very wealthy people. So since I'm marrying into their family, I no longer need you anymore.
But I don't get it, Sonia. You turn around and say that you don't need me anymore. I don't understand why you'd say that. Sonia, it's me, Rex. I'm your older brother. We're related. You can't just say that you don't need me anymore when we're all we've got.
Yeah, but I don't want to be burdened by a family member who has such a lame and pathetic job. You just don't contribute to society, you know? I don't want you around telling my new family about you and your so-called job, so please don't bother staying in my life, okay?
That's such a rude and downright horrible thing to say to someone who's tried to keep this family going. Ever since our parents passed away, I've tried my best to raise you, my little sister. I had no choice but to work as a traffic guide as I needed something to support us. Don't you think it's a bit cruel to say these sort of things to me, just before you get married? Was what I did not enough for you?
I didn't ask you to raise me, Rex. You didn't have to do anything like that.
What? Did you expect me to abandon you or something? I know I wasn't asked to do it, but you were only 9 years old at the time. If I didn't work or earn a living, neither of us would have been able to do anything, and we'd be on the streets. The reason why I didn't enter any educational facilities was because I was working so hard for us to survive.
There's no need for you to have such a condescending attitude, Rex. I never asked you to raise me considering you're the lowest of the low.
How could you say something like that to me? To your own brother? What have I ever done to you for you to talk to me like this?
Look, I'm going to leave the house and I am cutting my ties from you. I really don't want to have anything to do with you anymore, Rex.
Sonia, you can't just do this, okay? How about you take some time to think about it and just calm down a little, alright? If you want to leave, I suppose you can do that, but don't leave in such a bad way. It's not going to do any of us any good, you know. Are you even reading what I'm sending to you? Sonia, are you literally just going to ignore me from now on?
You can't be seriously considering coming to my wedding, are you? You're not actually going to show up and embarrass me, are you?
Well, you did say that it was going to be held tomorrow, right? Of course I want to come to your wedding, but I still haven't met your partner. We haven't had a face-to-face interaction yet, but that doesn't matter too much, right? I'm sure that he would want to meet me, right? He's going to be your husband after all.
I guess it's all right. As long as I just pretend that you're not in the venue, everything should be fine. You know that I told you that I was cutting you out of my life, right? I don't need you in my life, Rex. As of yesterday, I've moved out of the house. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
You were actually being serious about everything you said a few weeks ago? I thought that you were joking, Sonia. What does your soon-to-be husband say about how you've left and aren't talking to your only brother?
The only thing I've told him is that I've got an older brother. Why are you asking me this? Did you try and say something to him?
No, I was just wondering since you've not introduced me to him, right? So I'm just curious as to what he knows of my existence.
What introduction do I need to give, Rex? It just so happens that a colleague of yours from work fell in love with me at first sight. You should already know about that, right?
I've got no idea what you're talking about, Sonia. What did you say? You told me that it was a grandchild of an acquaintance of yours that you're in a relationship with?
Whatever. I don't really care about what I've told you anymore. All I've wanted is to get you out of my life.
Are you kidding me? Are you actually being serious about this? What have I done wrong to make you feel like you need to do this to me?
Well, you probably don't know anything about this, but my partner comes from a really wealthy family. It would be a real shame to have my lowlife brother at my wedding surrounded by rich and wealthy people. It's going to embarrass me so much. Just don't bother coming to the wedding. I don't want you there. I don't know if the grandfather knows who you are. I don't want all my partner's relatives looking at me strangely when you walk into the venue. If you really care about me, you'll refrain from showing up and just cut yourself off from me, okay? It would lift such a big weight off my shoulders.
Your behavior is completely disgusting right now. How could you do something like this to your older brother when all I've done is try to look after you? How could you just cut me out like this? You know that your partner knows of my existence. He'll think something's up. How on earth are you going to explain all of this to him? You're going to have to tell him sometime.
I don't care, Rex. Say whatever you like to him if you ever cross paths. I'll just tell him that you're not around because you're too busy looking for a new job. I feel like that's a perfect excuse.
Are you trying to tell me that my job's too embarrassing to have and that I'm trying to find another job?
That's right. Wow, it took you this long to understand? What a joke. That's why I wanted to cut you out of my life. Don't you get that? You hardly attended high school, and you go and get a job directing traffic. It's so embarrassing to have such a low-level job in this day and age. It would be such a nuisance if a lowlife like you came to my wedding, so I'm doing you a favor and cutting you off.
Fine, I get it. You don't need to say any more. I guess take care of yourself, Sonia.
I never want to see you ever again, Rex. I mean it. Don't even try approaching me if you see me on the streets or anything like that.
Well, if you're seriously going to do this, I guess there's nothing more I can do to convince you otherwise. I suppose I'll just have to cut you out of my life as well. I never thought I'd have to do this to someone in my family. That's absolutely fine by me. I no longer want to see you ever again either, Sonia. I no longer have a little sister to look after now.
Oh my god, it's about time that you did this. You should do that. I've been wanting this for ages. I'll be getting married and I'll be happy and rich. You'll be still struggling in your pitiful job and be the scum of the earth for the rest of your life.
I still can't believe you'd say that to me, even though I've done the best to support you for your entire life. I did what I did for no one else but you, Sonia. I can't believe how much your personality has changed. It's completely distorted now. But that could be my fault with the way I brought you up. But I guess there's really nothing I could do now. You're an adult, so you can do what pleases you. I can't give you my strength anymore.
Huh? What are you even talking about? I have enough power without needing your help. You're making no sense. What power do you possibly think you hold over me or have somehow given me? What you're saying isn't necessary right now. This is the way things are going to be from now on. I told you 1,000 times now, I don't want anything to do with you. Now leave.
Okay, chill out, Sonia. I'll leave. I just wanted to say, take care of yourself and your soon-to-be husband. I hope that the wedding goes well and you have a lovely celebration.
Why the heck aren't you answering your phone, Rex? Come on, man.
Sonia? Why are you calling me? What do you want?
Oh my god, it's about time that you replied to me. This is ridiculous that you're making me wait. Answer your phone.
I'm not going to answer my phone to you until you explain to me what you actually want, alright? I thought you've already decided to cut me out of your life, and I have as well. I don't really want to speak to you right now.
That shouldn't be a big deal right now. I'm not going to go into it. Just call me, please. You really need to get to the wedding venue right this instant.
Huh? What are you talking about, Sonia? Why would you want me there? I did what you asked me to do. My presence is not welcome at the ceremony, and I've decided to cut myself off from you. Are you reversing what you said to me the other day? Are you actually wanting me to show up to your wedding now? What kind of game are you playing, Sonia?
I am trying to contact you right now because I am panicking a lot about what's going on. So just make up your mind or just get over here.
Ah, okay. I think I know what's going on here. Maybe it's because I had a chance to meet up with the other person through work. Did you know that I'm the reason that you're getting married to a grandson who belongs to a wealthy family?
Wait, what? What are you talking about? Why are you talking about my wedding for?
He really liked my sincere personality and brought a marriage proposal to me so that he could have me in the family. The grandson has not much interest in love if things are going to continue like they are. I don't think he'll marry you if you do. But since you're my sister, maybe you assumed that you'd be covered by my insurance plan.
No, just hold on a second there, Rex. What are you even talking about? What insurance? What do you mean you set this marriage up? Why are you saying all that? I've got no idea what this all means. Explain yourself right now.
What if you don't understand what's going on? Then you should reread all the messages I just sent you. What I said was the truth.
What do you mean, what you said was the truth? All you are is some lowlife who directs traffic for a living and's got no brains. There's no way that you had a chance to meet such a wealthy man in your line of work.
I don't know how many times I've tried to explain this all to you, Sonia. You never listen to me properly. I work for a traffic control company. Sometimes I get involved with larger companies when there are various events going on or other important events. Maybe those sort of things don't actually matter that much in the big scheme of things, but they do to me. I'm now the team representative, so I've got important things to talk about. I needed to connect with a lot of people. Among those people I interacted with, they got to like me and talk to me a lot. I've been invited out for drinks by them a few times, actually. The person who wanted to interact with me outside of work was that millionaire, that man who's very wealthy.
What the heck is this? Some kind of Cinderella story or something to get me married? Why do you always interfere with my life? How would a millionaire like talking to such a lowlife like you? It doesn't make any sense at all. My brother, of all people, talks to millionaires on the daily?
Yeah, and what of it? Also, would you please stop calling me your brother when you don't even treat me like family?
Huh? How am I not allowed to call you my brother? I'm allowed to say what I like to you and about you.
It's because I don't want to be your brother anymore. I'm done with putting up with your crap.
Excuse me? How could you say something like that to me, your own little sister?
Don't you think you're contradicting yourself right now? You're the one that said that you didn't need a brother in the first place, right? We said that we didn't want to have anything to do with each other anymore. So aren't we wiped from each other's existence?
Well, yes, we did say that, but that was all said yesterday, though.
You basically cast me out, and I'm just some stranger to you now. I obviously mean nothing to you anymore. Your behavior is disgusting, Sonia.
Did you just say disgusting? How dare you say something so horrible to me? How could you talk to me like this?
Oh, so you're allowed to say whatever you want, but I can't? That makes no sense. To be honest, what I said is true, so what of it? Why did you even contact me for, Sonia? You're making things much more difficult for me. All I speak is the truth about you. I have nothing more to say to you, Sonia. I'm so done with all this crap. Just tell me what you want.
Look, I'm just telling you that I never heard about anything you just said to me before.
Okay, well, that means there's nothing more to talk about here. If you don't have anything more to say, you can go back to what you were doing.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? How could you be so blunt with me when I'm in a crisis? Didn't I just say to you before to come to the wedding venue so I'm not panicking so much? I was told that if my older brother doesn't show up, that the story is going to end a different way than I imagined.
Oh, really? Is that what's truly going on here? Oh my, I had no idea that it would be like that.
Huh? Are you saying that you've got no idea what's going on with me? I thought that we were getting married because we love each other. Even if I did have nothing to do with you anymore, then he wouldn't stay with me. His grandfather said that what I'm doing is despicable and not good enough. I can't get married if things are like this between us, okay? So you need to get over here right now so they know I'm talking to you still.
Oh, is that what's happening? Oh well, ain't that a shame, Sonia. My most humble apologies.
Why are you being like this? How could you talk about this like it's no big deal when it is? Don't you understand? My marriage could end because of this, okay? Your reaction to this at such a crucial time is disgusting, and it's making me dislike you even more. Surely you've got something more to say to this other than the reaction you just gave, right? You're supposed to be my sweet older brother. Don't you care about what happens to me?
No? Why would I, Sonia? I'm not your sweet and caring brother anymore. You made that plain as day to me. Whatever happens at your wedding has got nothing to do with me, and I don't plan on fixing what you broke. You're nothing but a stranger to me now. Wouldn't Hank be better off since all this seems to be falling apart?
Huh? What are you talking about? What's that supposed to mean? If you've got something to say, why don't you just come out and say it already?
I heard you calling someone the other day. It seemed like a very interesting conversation.
What call are you even talking about? What's going on here? Stop beating around the bush, Rex.
Well, I heard that you've got yourself another boyfriend. Which just leaves you in a bit of a pickle, doesn't it?
Huh? What boyfriend? I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, Rex.
Well, if you've got another boyfriend, then you're just trying to get married so that you can have access to Hank's money, aren't you? You're such a trashy person for trying to do that to a person. It's really terrible, Sonia.
What the heck are you talking about, Rex? Were you listening into my private conversations whilst I was on the phone? You're the worst person I've ever had to have in my life. That's an invasion of my privacy.
Well, I guess that makes us the worst people on the planet. Hey, I just happened to hear it while I was walking past you. I feel so bad for Hank now that I know the true reason why you wanted to get married so quickly. It was for his money. What a disgusting thing to do. Hank's a lovely person, and you're just using him for your own benefit. I knew that you'd never match with him well at all.
Oh, shut up, Rex. Eavesdropping on my phone conversations without me knowing is just as bad. Stop trying to be so bossy. I hate it. No one else in my family would do such a thing if it's got nothing to do with them.
Hey, you were the one who was calling someone really loudly whilst being in my house. It's not my fault that you weren't more quiet.
Yeah, well, your house is also my house, so I'm freely allowed to speak in there, right?
The house is in my name, Sonia. So I would say that it's my house, not yours. After hearing what you said while you were on the phone to your mystery boyfriend, I couldn't trust you anymore. As soon as you decided to marry a rich man, you thought it would be fine to cut yourself from me. Plus, I'm sure you feel that you don't owe me anything. In fact, you're trying to make everything right again with all your might, aren't you? Because you know you've done wrong. What do you think I would even do if someone acted like the way you have?
I really didn't mean for this all to escalate like this. Come on, cut me some slack, Rex.
Even if you really didn't mean for things to turn out like this, you still said all those horrible things, so you obviously wanted something to happen.
But I'm your little sister. Shouldn't that count for something? You know that siblings say stupid things to each other all the time. Everything that I'm saying is so confusing, and even I'm not sure what I'm saying anymore, so just forget what I said. After all, you've always wanted me to be happy, right? You can't just dismiss my feelings like this.
How many times do I have to tell you, Sonia? I've already cut ties with you. I don't want you in my life. Not after the way you've treated me. You're not my family anymore. Your behavior has been the worst I've ever experienced in my life. And I shouldn't have to put up with that from a family member.
No matter how many boyfriends I have, none of this has got anything to do with you, all right? Stay out of my business and stop trying to ruin everything.
Well, you're right, Sonia. I know it's got nothing to do with me, okay? I do think that as well. There's nothing more that I can do from stopping this from imploding. Please do your best to have this wedding without me involved.
But it's already been decided that I'm going to marry Hank, so please help me by moving forward from our problems. You really need to get to the wedding ceremony now. There's still time. You need to come here immediately.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Sonia, but I can't go to the ceremony. I can't make it.
Wait, what? Why are you being like this? Why can't you get here? You need to be here. Things won't go right if you aren't.
Why should I show up when I've cut ties with you? I don't want to be around you, Sonia.
But you're my big brother. Please, just do this one thing for me. I'm begging you, okay? Can't you do this for your cute little sister? Why are you acting so cold towards me right now? Just think about this more calmly. Then you can make the right decision, which is to come to my wedding.
Well, it's all your problem now, Sonia. There's no turning back from this now.
But I don't understand why you're talking to me like this. Why are you cutting me off so easily? I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
Also, I forgot to mention this, but are you going to give me back the $3,000 that I gave you as a wedding gift?
Wait, what? What money? I don't owe you anything like that. How could you ask for that back when it was a gift?
Well, you're no longer a member of my family anymore, and I'm cutting ties with you, right? So why should I give you anything that was rightfully mine to begin with? Besides, I think this marriage won't work out, and it'll cease to exist. So I'll collect my money now, thank you very much. There's no point in giving wedding gifts when there's not going to be a wedding at all.
Okay, just slow down and hold on a minute, all right? But I think that Hank's going to leave soon if you don't show up. I can't let this happen. You told me to give that money to Hank anyways. He said that you gave it to him so that he could use it on anything he wished for.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's all I wanted to be told. I'm glad you don't have any of that money. Let's just get this over with quickly. I'm glad that Hank was able to get the money back from you. It's such a relief, to be honest.
Wait a second, isn't that money mine since you're the one who gifted it and I'm the one getting married? Don't even think about getting that money from him. I was counting on that money to use for many different things. You can't just take it back like this.
Hey, I'm just glad that you actually listened to Hank and actually gave the money back to him so that I can get it back. I don't want to have to deal with your tricks. Since this is all about you, like always, Sonia, I thought you were going to go and give it to that scumbag boyfriend of yours.
No, I didn't give him the full amount, but I gave him a little bit of money, but that's got nothing to do with this. Just think about it. What would you think if I didn't have a penny to my name when I got married? You'd be upset, right? I thought he might end the marriage, so I gave him the money just in case, to help change his mind. I never expected anything like this to happen.
Well, it really is a shame. I'll tell Hank that I'll collect the money from him as soon as I can. You take care of yourself, Sonia.
Wait, what am I supposed to do about my wedding? You're not going to help me out? It all depends on whether or not you show up. Are you seriously planning on abandoning me at this time? You can't do this to me.
How many times do I have to confirm my actions to you, Sonia? I told you that I want to cut you out of my life. Do you really not believe me? Are you serious? Well, I'm being dead serious about this. It's really too late to make things right now. You've gone way too far. You brought this all on yourself, Sonia. So you've got to deal with it all by yourself. I don't plan on doing anything. Bye-bye now.
Rex, please talk to me. The engagement has been called off. There's not going to be a wedding anymore. I can't believe this. This is the worst outcome for me, and it's all your fault because you decided to not show up when I asked you to.
Are you kidding me, Sonia? Are you still going on about this? And now you blame me for everything? Oh my god. Don't make me laugh. My stomach's so sore from seeing your messages. I don't understand how this all happened because of me. You're the one who brought this on yourself. Am I right?
If you just apologize for what you've done, I'll forgive you for everything you said to me. That's what any normal person would do. Why are you still so angry at me? I'm going to come back to the house so that we can make amends. This is getting beyond a joke now, to be honest. Hank told me that I need to get my luggage out of his place, but he at least is giving me a little bit of time to do that. You're going to help me out, right?
Wait a minute. What house are you even talking about? Where do you think you're going to?
Wait, what? What are you saying? I'm coming home because my engagement has been called off. I've got nowhere else to go.
But didn't I tell you that I've already moved out of the house? So you can't come back here.
The heck did you just say? What do you mean that you've moved out of the house?
I was preparing to move out once you told me about the marriage proposal that you got. Today was my day off, so I moved most of my luggage out.
Are you kidding me? That house is our family home, and you just went and sold it? What the heck, Rex? Have you gone mad? How could you move out of our family house and sell it to someone else without telling me?
Look, I couldn't move out because your school fees cost me so much money, and I couldn't afford anywhere else. I mean, you always said that you didn't want to live in such a rundown house, so I thought it would be good to move.
I mean, I guess I did say that, but you could have told me that you were planning to move out of that place.
Let me guess. You're starting to panic because you've got no place to go back to? It looks like you caught up yourself now. No matter what happens, you deserve it.
Don't treat me like this. It's not very nice at all. Rex, where have you moved to? I've got nowhere to go. What am I supposed to do? I've got no money.
Do you really think I know about that, Sonia? Why don't you just go to your scumbag boyfriend? Well, they'll probably throw you out once they find out that you've got no money. They don't want that kind of burden.
Don't be so cruel. Come on, you need to treat me better than this. Help me out. You're my brother.
I'm not your brother, Sonia. I don't have any siblings anymore. I cut you off, remember? You don't exist to me anymore. I told you that from now on. You should live on your own and not rely on others, especially me, okay? I'm tired of taking care of such a selfish woman like you. You're not my sister. Family don't do this to each other. I wouldn't want to be you right now, so stay strong. Good luck. You're going to need it. In the end, Sonia was abandoned by her older brother Rex and her fiancé Hank. Apparently, she tried going to her scumbag boyfriend and rely on his assistance. She got a cold reception when she went to him for help. After that, they lost touch with each other. The result of all this is that she learned that she was never loved by them because of her attitude. She tried so hard to marry someone for their money, but it didn't work. She only went after men for their money. It's such a ridiculous thing to do. Let's hope she comes back to reality.